Go ahead. Okay, well, welcome everybody to our opportunity call this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Krista. I am joining you from the west coast of Canada, joined by my sister Heather, who is on the east coast of Canada. And today we're going to talk about a business opportunity with a company called MWR Life that involves sharing a digital travel club membership. So it's a very fresh, innovative concept with a company that's been operating very successfully in Europe for almost 10 years and expanding now into new markets. And the product itself is marketed by brand ambassadors like Heather and I, and it uses a social selling business model, which we absolutely love. So, over the course of the next 30, 35 minutes or so, we're going to kind of do a deep dive into what that can look like. And what we love about it is that it really is connecting with so many different people. So, if you're joining this call today because you love to travel, not really sure what the business side is about, have an open mind and stay with us till the end because we're going to walk you through what that can look like for you. So before we get started, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about Heather and I and kind of how we ended up here. So we actually both graduated from university with marketing backgrounds, but we've worked corporately, we've been involved in startups, we've worked in franchise style businesses, and we've also previously built a six-figure business in the network marketing space on the product side. We actually have 20 years in that industry, so we do know it well. And we just love it for so many reasons. And I'm sure you guys can agree that sometimes things come into your life when you're least expecting it. And that's honestly what happened to us with MWR Life. So this opportunity just crossed our path organically about a year ago. We weren't looking for a business at the time, like many of you on the call. We were had very full lives. Um, but something about this particular opportunity, it just kept grabbing our attention and it just would not go away. So we decided that it was really worth our time to do a deep dive and investigate it. And that's exactly what we did when we first looked at it. Now, we were introduced to MWR Life before it had officially launched into North America. So we were actually invited and flown in by the company's CEO, along with some other top industry leaders into Fort Lauderdale, where he lived, and we had the opportunity to meet with him and just ultimately see how or if this opportunity would align. And as we sat and we listened, which I can't believe it's been a year now, it seems like just yesterday, but as we sat and we listened, and we really kind of got to understand the vision and the heartbeat of this company. Not only did it tick all the boxes that it needed to us from a business perspective, but we just became incredibly excited about the opportunity and really the chance to be part of, founding members, early leadership team, and really help grow this company into established markets. So fast forward to today, we are building one of the fastest growing teams in North America. We are actively expanding our team into all different markets, which is exciting. We'll hear in a minute. We can build in so many different countries. We have robust onboarding systems. We have a fantastic community, and we are traveling more than ever, and honestly, just having a blast. So let's get into some of the things that really made this make sense to us, and you can see if it makes sense to you.
Yeah, and it really just feels like we're just getting started, you guys. And you might hear us say, "Oh, we've been in this opportunity for a year," but just returning from big leadership meeting in Phoenix last week, and it honestly just feels like we're pressing start. And there was a lot of talk about day one, and so you're just here at such a great time. So thank you for taking time out of your busy day to be here with us. Okay, so first of all, let's just talk about the industry. The industry of travel is significant. It is one of the world's biggest industries. It's an industry that we have been consumers of our whole lives, and we plan to consume a lot more of it in the future. It's worth over 10 trillion and growing. It's projected to hit 15 trillion by 2030. It is not slowing down anytime soon. It's bigger than beauty, wellness, and tech. And one of the things when you put your business hat on is that travel's not trendy, right? Travel is here to stay. Travel is an industry that, is very, very dependable. And, when you're comparing it against product-based businesses, that is, something to consider when you're looking at this from a business perspective.
Right. So the industry itself, big umbrella industry, travel. That's important when you look at a business. You want to make sure you're part of a growing, trending industry, but then you want to drill down and look at your opportunity and see where it fits with some of the other trends that converge alongside of it. So let's look at the this on a more granular level. So AI, first of all. Obviously a huge part of our life, and it is integrated not only in our product, which Heather's going to show you in just a minute, but it's very much integrated into our business opportunity as well. Digital products. Well, most of us are familiar with them on some level. You probably have a digital membership for maybe, Spotify account, Netflix account, all kinds of different things that we use. Maybe you've taken a course, you might have a digital membership that, you use for the gym. There's all kinds of digital products now that are available. Now, the cool part about this is from a business perspective, they have online reach, they have global opportunities, and very low overhead. So when I go through the comp plan, you'll see what I mean by that. This particular concept is also driven by a membership-based business model. So that means that to access the digital AI travel club, you absolutely have to be a member. So memberships are cool from a business perspective because they allow ambassadors who promote them to tap into something called reoccurring income and revenue. So there's something in there when you're looking at a membership-based business model versus a product that makes it very appealing. And of course, as a user to the membership, you can expect all the same things that most people expect when you look at a membership, things like, convenience and discounts and community, all those things are wrapped up into the membership. Now, these all come together with the Travel Advantage Digital Travel Club membership that we're promoting. That is the membership that utilizes AI. It's a digital product. It's sold via membership. And it's sold through an ambassador team with MWR Life, which utilizes the social selling network marketing business model. So these trends together, that's what made sense to Heather and I when we looked at it. We loved all the converging of this, and really, it's been a fantastic combination together.
Yeah, and so much innovation and growth, both from how the company is expanding right now, but also how the product's expanding. So, when you think about, creating a product, you want to have a product that delivers and based on consumers' needs, right? And when you think about today's travel experience from a consumer perspective, most would agree that travel can be very expensive. Most people overpay without even realizing it. Prices online are inconsistent and hard to compare. But there's a very significant trend that is not going away, and that is one where people want to book quality travel on their own without spending hours searching online to find what they want, right? So that's where our product comes in to help fulfill this need. Okay. It's called Travel Advantage. We are ambassadors with MWR Life. The product that we share with other people is called Travel Advantage, and it is a digital travel club membership. This is your membership for all things travel related. When you need to book something, you head to your app, okay? In this app, and we have a brand new app launching this summer, you can book over 2 million hotel properties. There's a convenient AI trip planner. We've got activities we can book in the club. You will accrue a couple of different types of points called loyalty points and travel credits. I'm going to show you what those look like in the club. We have access to curated life experiences as members. So these are membership only experiences, and they're pretty cool. We can be rewarded for referring the club to other people. Chris and I love that. We only ever paid for our loyalty points in our initial setup of our membership. And ever since then, we have loyalty points dropped into our account every single month because we've referred the club to other people. We do not pay for our membership anymore. There is a travel free program. I'm going to show you what that looks like in the club. And we also have an amazing Trustpilot rating of 4.8 out of 5. Okay, so let's go on a quick little tour of the club. So before I show you this example of a hotel booking, I want to just direct you to the top. Okay, so you will see loyalty points and travel credits building up here at the top of our login. And essentially, loyalty points they're like travel dollars sitting in our account. So we have almost 3,000 travel dollars sitting there. And loyalty points are just that. They're dropped into our account every single month as our membership renews. Okay. And then travel credits are like a little bit of cash back every time you do something and book it. You can save up your travel credits or you can use them as you go to bring down the cost of your travel. So those are just like a thank you for using the club. You're going to get a small percentage of cash back just from using the club. So you can see at the top here, we can book hotels, life experiences. We have new villas available in the club. You can book flights. We've got cruises, all the main cruise lines represented. You can book rental cars and so much more. We also have like club style properties. So like think timeshares, you can book 7 days at a time. Okay, so quickly want to show you an example of using the club for hotels. And this is something that you're going to use the club for many, many times. We all, book hotels more than any other types of trips. So, we are an international company. We are not only growing in North America, we're growing all over the world. So I wanted to give you an example of Sydney, Australia. A place I have never been, but I would love to go. Maybe we need to build a team over there, Krista, so that we can build and expand. And right off that trip to Australia, right? So just, quickly looking in here, you can see some really great properties came up. I love to look based on, the recommendations as well. So we're going to see, 5-star properties coming up here. If I just want to see 4-star properties, I can do that. But really what we love to think about this, like everybody loves a 5-star property. And if you've never stayed at a 5-star property, you need to. And what this app can do is it can give you access to 5-star properties at 4-star pricing. Okay. So, when you scroll over any of these savings discounts here, you're going to see, basically elite savings, which is our first level of savings because we are elite turbo members. We have an extra discounted turbo discount on this one. And then if we want to use some loyalty points, we can. So if you're curious what the member savings look like, you can just kind of scroll over and have a look at them. Okay. So that is just a quick example of the hotels. Okay. Now, the life experiences are those curated trips that I told you about. So as a member of Travel Advantage, we really want to encourage a travel lifestyle. So this is, something different for a lot of people. We want to encourage people to travel more, right? And so we've created these life experience trips. And for members, you can take as many life experiences as you want in the year, okay? And what you will see here as I scroll through is that we can apply loyalty points to bring the cost down of these amazing trips that are really all over the world because we are truly a global company. And so you will see that on some of these, we can use a lot of loyalty points and other ones that's showing us there's a max. So that is because Krista and I have unlocked our travel free program. We've been members of Travel Advantage for 1 year, and we can actually choose any of the life experiences that are showing us that we can use up to 2,400 for a trip for two, totally covered with loyalty points if we choose. Okay, so we just haven't unlocked that trip yet. But as I scroll through here, you're going to see, and then we also have like the deluxe life experiences. We have themed life experiences. You're going to see places all over the world, Playa del Carmen, Banff, Lake Louise. I mean, there's so many amazing destinations here. We even have, river cruises in Europe, all sorts of different amazing things. There's some Paris Fashion Week will be in here. There's Formula One experiences. And truly something, for everybody. So you'll see these are life experiences that, you're going to go in and think, oh, wow, I didn't even know that place existed, but I want to go there. Okay. So also, Ferrari life, if you've ever wanting to drive a Ferrari, that's a pretty cool one. We do have some members on our team that are heading off there. Okay. So that's just an example of some of the life experiences. Okay, new to the club are the villas. And if you are somebody who books retreats, organizes family vacations, maybe book retreats from a business perspective, or you're that one person that books the girls' getaway. These villas are really cool. And I was spending some time and I was just messaging with Krista before. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just found the most beautiful villa in Chianti. And this is an area that I have traveled. So it's about 45 minutes outside of Florence. And this is a property that has 9 bedrooms, king size beds in all of the bedrooms. It's a huge property. It has dining where you can accommodate 22 people at a dining room table. It is really the perfect spot if you want a retreat or a big family vacation. Okay. It's 6,000 Canadian a night. So imagine if you were nine couples sharing this gorgeous villa, it would be about $600 taxes in per night per couple. I mean, that's pretty amazing for this gorgeous villa. Okay. So yeah, just, there's 144 pictures. You'll get the sense of this gorgeous property. But yeah, these are the types of properties and they're all over the world. They're loading more and more in all the time. But just some really cool, really, really cool access that you can get to villas so this is brand new to the club. So pretty exciting that you can book those types of properties in the club. Then, if you are in Chianti, in that area, and it is a beautiful part of Tuscany or a beautiful part of Italy, you're probably going to want to do some things. And this is where the activities portion of the club can really come in handy. So I just put in Chianti, over 100 activities came up. And many of them involve wine and food and truffles and all the things. And yeah, so you can just, some of it's sightseeing tours, but all sorts of, incredible things that you can do in this area. Again, this actually looks pretty cool. A hot air balloon over Siena, and that's, all sorts of things that you didn't even know that you could do. So I love, love, love the activities part of the club. Okay, and then lastly, I did want to show you our AI trip planner. And as Krista said, we are growing globally. And coming up actually is our Asian launch, and that is in November in Phuket, Thailand. Again, another place that I have not been, but I would love to travel to Thailand. And so I use the AI trip planner to put in a few days in November around that Asian launch just to see what came up. Okay. So it's going to show me, first of all, the AI trip planner. I've already kind of gone in and programmed it. So just to save time tonight. But basically you're going to say, I'm going with my partner. These are the things that I like to do. And I have a medium budget. Okay. So it's going to curate me some properties based on my budget. And I can just kind of scroll through them to see, where I'd like to stay, which ones get the best, ratings and that sort of thing. Okay. So I can also use the hotel part to do that as well. And then, this is a 6 day stay, but there's some amazing things to do in this region, both on the water and, sightseeing around, lots of elephant adventures I learned when I did this AI trip planner. So all sorts of incredible things. So this is kind of the AI trip planner. It will curate it. Literally took me 5 minutes or less to plan a trip to Thailand, a place that I have never been before. And so giving me all sorts of great ideas. Okay, passing it back over to you, Krista.
Awesome. And you guys might be wondering, Heather just gave you an amazing tour of the club, and you might be wondering, okay, what is the range in terms of memberships? And there's different memberships according to which what you want to tap into. So we will absolutely can, get that information to you, but they range anywhere from a $20 membership up to a $120 membership, and you can discuss that with the person who invited you to the call. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to tell you about the company because this is really meant to be a business opportunity overview. We promote and share the Travel Advantage Travel Club that Heather just showed you. That is our one product, which I love. And it's powered by a company called MWR Life. So Heather and I are ambassadors with MWR Life. And here are some of the things that really caught our eye when we did a deep dive into this company. First of all, it's a debt-free company that's privately owned. If you've worked in this space before, you will know that both of those things are important. It's been operating very successfully in the travel space for actually almost 10 years now. We'll have to update this slide, Heather, in over 150 countries. So this is a company with, you truly can work from your phone anywhere. And we love that about it. This company is attracting top leaders like Heather and myself who've worked in this space before because it's ticking so many boxes. So Heather showed you the product itself. We talked about trends in terms of the industry and that relate to our product and our company. But there's other things that are attracting top leaders, our compensation plan, the ability to, not have to work with a product, just the overall community feel to this opportunity. It's just different. We have over 500,000 members worldwide using this travel club, saving, sharing, being able to, experience all the things that Heather just showed you. And, it's growing. Our membership is growing every single day. And because our innovative corporate team listens to the field, they work alongside of us. In this short year that we have been with this company, we have just seen like leaps and bounds of innovation. And as Heather mentioned, we have a brand new travel club app coming this summer. The travel free program is continually being enhanced. Heather and I only ever paid for our membership that very first year, very first month, and we have racked up all these loyalty points. And our question is just like not, where are we going to go? How are we going to fit all these trips that we want to take into our life? And we are just seeing unprecedented growth with this company, both in 2025 and 2026 is going to be a record-breaking year as well. So, what does it look like to become a brand ambassador with MWR Life? So, of course, you can purchase a travel club membership and be part of the club. But if you want to share this product and be able to tap into earning an income stream, you're going to become an ambassador. So it's pretty simple. Essentially, what you do, you sign up as an MWR Life ambassador. It's $99 US. That's just think of it like your business license. So that gives you your own website link, your academy training. It taps you into the back office. It allows you to essentially share a link as a brand ambassador and earn money by doing that. Okay. So when you are an ambassador in a business like this, essentially what you're doing is you are sharing your product, in this case, the Digital Travel Club, with your network. There's many ways to do that. We get asked all the time, do I have to be an influencer? Do I have to be good at social media? And in Heather's and my 20 years of working in this space, we have seen people be very successful, sure, using social media, but also not, building this kind of a business in the DMs, belly to belly, having conversations. Essentially, you are deciding how you want to share this, and your network will continually expand. What I love about this industry is that you really get to scale your business to your desired income goal. So some people will come in and they just want to get their membership covered. Other people will come in and want to tap into our very robust compensation plan and build, six-figure businesses in this space. And we have seen everything kind of in between. Now, when you come into our organization, you will be part. We have a phenomenal community. We just wrapped up our leadership meeting in Phoenix. We had almost 40 people there with us. We had such a great time. It ended on a party bus to the after party, which was 70s themed. So that was a lot of fun. But you'll tap into our growing community. And with our experience, we have some phenomenal leaders in our organization. We have put together a very robust onboarding system that is continually evolving called the Freedom Lounge. We have team retreats. We are going to be accessing later this month a phenomenal social media course for our team. There's so many things. We do calls, we do opportunity calls like this every week that you can plug into. So coming in, you don't have to feel like you have to start from scratch yourself. You will be plugged into a system that you can really just be able to share the club, share the call, share information, and plug them into systems that are built for you. Okay, so what makes this opportunity unique? Oh, well, there's a lot of things that make it unique. First of all, it's a digital residual income stream. So by that, what we mean is that there is no shipping, there's no stock, and there's no month end. So you are literally sharing a digital product with others. And as you do that, you will be able to tap into what we call digital residual income. You can work this business from anywhere. It scales very easily. And truly, we're seeing now the power of our ambassadors who've been in this now for a year, the power of it compounding. You're not capped. There's no salary ceiling. Your growth is really just tied to your effort. And again, one of the things that was very appealing to Heather and I when we looked at social selling 20 years ago is that it's an effort-based business. And most people are not scared of hard work, but they want to do that work in around their lives and things that are important to them. It builds momentum over time. And truly, this opportunity is perfect for modern day life. It's digital, it's mobile, it's global, it's automated, and it's really for perfect for people who want to travel and want to, work on the go. So that's, there's a whole lot of things that are packaged up to make this opportunity unique. But let's look at the compensation plan because this is definitely a draw for leaders like Heather and I. When we looked at this, we've had an opportunity over our years in this space to, evaluate lots of different compensation plans. And this one is really unique. It allows for, time leverage, it allows for scalability, and it allows for true reoccurring income. So I'm not going to take you through the full comp plan, but I'm going to give you the highlights on how we earn. So we actually earn in 9 different ways, meaning there's something truly for everyone. There's immediate money and there's reoccurring money. So, of course, if I sign a new member up to the travel club, I'm going to be earning a bonus there. There's also bonuses that you earn when you help your team bring in new members to the club. But the definitely the defining part of this comp plan is the reoccurring portion. And that comes because it's a membership-based business model. So as those memberships renew, you get to tap into recurring income, even though you don't have to chase that new product sale. There's weekly growth bonuses that are quite robust. You can actually earn at the second level of the comp plan and up. You can earn anywhere from a 600 to a 1200 US weekly cash bonus if you're, one of those mover and shakers that wants to come in and really help grow and build. There's car bonuses, there's travel incentives, there's tax write-offs. This is actually a willable asset, and as you'll see on this next slide, there is a very wide range of earnings that's possible. So I'm not going to take you through all these numbers. There's a lot on the screen, but it is important. If you're anything like me, when I looked at this industry 20 years ago, I had no idea the wide range of earnings that's possible. Yes, you can come in and earn that little bit of extra travel money, but if you want to come in and build a significant income stream, it's very possible in this business model. And in fact, MWR Life's top income earner is not only a top income earner in our company, but also an industry top income earner because this business model is so lean, it's robust, and it's really scaling very easily. So if you look over on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see a column called rank. You can see right from silver all the way up to black royal. These are simply ranks that you move through the comp plan as new members come into your business. So as you and your enrollment team bring in new travel club members, you move through the ranks. Now, what's really cool about this is you can rank up anytime. So for those of you who are used to, hard month ends, that doesn't apply in this business model. As you add new members to your business, you can rank up through these ranks. It's important to kind of look at this because as you move through these ranks, you get to tap into different types of different aspects of the compensation plan. So this particular overview accounts for the 2 main buckets of our compensation plan. It accounts for what we call the monthly residuals, and it accounts for the member bonuses. So when you bring new people in and your team brings new people in, you get compensated. But also when you bring in and your membership base grows, you get to tap into the residuals. So if you go all the way over to the right-hand side of this comp plan overview, you'll now see the total expected commissions from these 2 particular areas of the comp plan. There's bonuses and so forth on top of that. So we do see a wide range, but I just want to bring your attention to this because if you look at only a third of the way through the compensation plan, you're seeing a total expected monthly commissions of about 5,000 US monthly. So that accounts for these 2 main parts of the comp plan with bonuses and so forth. You can see anywhere from about 5,000 up to about 8,000 at this particular level, a third of the way through the comp plan. About a halfway through the comp plan, you're going to notice the total expected commissions comes in at around 50,000 US. So again, there'd be a wide range there and obviously lots in between this. So we show you this simply to show you that there is an opportunity to come in and earn a little bit if that's what you want to do. And if there's also an opportunity to come in and build a very significant income stream in an industry that's growing with a company that is very on trend and absolutely growing with this industry. So that gives you a bit of a snapshot.
Okay, so what are you saying yes to? So many things. Krista and I just continually are so excited about, what we said yes to a year ago. And like we said at the beginning, we feel like we're just getting started. I mean, this is a very, very fun, community-driven opportunity that can be very lucrative depending on what your desired goals are, as Krista just showed you. We are building market share all over the world. And, it's truly a great time to be part of this early leadership team. We have some big visions for this global leadership team that we're growing, and we'd love for you to be part of it. We are entering into new markets in many, many places. So, North America is one. Australia, New Zealand are just launching. As I mentioned, Asia is in pre-launch. So there is opportunity for growth all over the world. I mean, including the European markets as well. If you are interested and curious about what a travel lifestyle can mean, this is definitely something that you want to lean into. This is an opportunity that allows you to prioritize travel and to lean into more life experiences. Since we've said yes a year ago, we've done more. We're more travel, together in the last year than we had in previous years. And that is because we're prioritizing travel. We're heading to Marrakesh to our presidential trip at the end of September, staying on for a week in Portugal, and then heading to the European leadership training as well. So again, when I say you can prioritize travel, you absolutely can. We are building a community of great people. Well, we already have a community of great people. If you would like to be part of that community, this is an absolute yes to that. And of course, personal growth and leadership. People often will say that, businesses in social selling are, just disguised as personal growth, opportunities. And that is truly, truly something that we believe that your business will grow as big as you do. This is an opportunity for people at any age to really lean in and grow personally. And, sometimes you didn't even know that you needed to do that, but it always feels good.
Yeah, that's such a huge part. Heather and I actually had the opportunity to speak on a panel about the community and personal growth side, and we love that. And I think what's cool about this opportunity too is that we're seeing a lot of first-time network marketers, aren't we, come in? People
Yeah.
that, we lots of people coming in with experience, but it's appealing because it's travel to a wide range as well. So as we wrap up here tonight, thank you so much for joining. We want to leave you with this little quote. It says, "Travel, the only thing you buy that makes you richer." There's really, three different opportunities here. You can come in and you can just be a traveler. If you'd like to be a traveler, we have some great memberships. Heather showed you the club that's forever evolving now. So many opportunities to be able to save and enjoy all the things that are inside of our travel club. So if that's something you're interested in, you can absolutely speak to the person who invited you, and they can go over figuring out which membership is best for you. You can also come in and share it a little bit. You don't have to come in and be chasing those top levels. You can come in, and if you share the club with three people and have three active members that you have referred the club to, your travel club membership is covered. So that's an option as well. And then you can also decide to do exactly as Heather and I have done. And we are building a large, growing, thriving organization with this company. We absolutely love it, and be able to, share the club and earn and make that income whatever you want it to be. So we invite you to continue the conversation with the person who invited you to this call. And we thank you so much. It's been our privilege to share this information with you. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye for now.
Thanks, everyone.